Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? What we're going to talk about right now is building a food pantry on a budget. And I know that it can be a challenge, okay, especially with the battle of inflation. But with some work and sales and coupons, it can be done. Can you prepare on $5 a week? Sure. You may think that you'll be stuck with rice, beans, and plain pasta, but that's not always the case. If you have an imagination, like I do, you can turn that bland pasta into a Michelin star dish. Do you have an herb garden? And are you growing sage by any chance? Here's a recipe that I make all the time. Take pasta of any kind. Boil your water, salt the water, put your pasta in the water, and cook until it is al dente. Now, in a separate pan, take some butter and some fresh sage. Simmer it down. Now, take your al dente pasta and drain it. Place your drained pasta into the pan with the sage butter and add some pepper. And voila, you just created a Gordon Ramsay recipe. That's no joke. Now, in his recipe, he uses gnocchi. But see, you it doesn't matter what you are spending that matters. What matters is how you are cooking it. Did you know that most every Iron Chef prefers chicken thighs over chicken breasts? And why is that? Because chicken thighs are juicier and have more taste. Chicken breasts are too dry and tough. And what is more expensive to buy? The chicken breast. I have truly learned a lot from these Iron Chefs, especially Gordon Ramsay, when it comes to cooking on a dime. And you would never think that, but that is the truth. It is the truth. Now, one way that I always save money on groceries is by buying in bulk, especially when it comes to meat. I buy my meat at Sam's Club and I cut up my own portions. I buy the big, the big pork loins, okay, and they're like this big, and you can buy they're literally like this big, and they're like $20, okay, and I cut up my own pork chops, and I buy the big packs of hot dogs, and I portion those out too. The same with chicken and with ground meat. I can honestly spend about $200 on meat and turn that into 2 months worth of dinners. It's totally possible to do that if you know how to make a meal plan and how to portion correctly. And like I said, in this house, adults are the ones that truly eat the meat. The kids, they turn their noses up at it unless it's a hot dog or chicken nuggets. I have a large family and they have different taste buds. The kids, they always want mac and cheese, so that's always on the menu. But the adults, we have a variety of different foods. Sunday is always meatballs and sauce with pasta and garlic bread. Monday, we generally do something easy like grilled cheese and french fries. Tuesday, my daughter-in-law sticks to her tradition of Taco Tuesday. Wednesday, we normally do some sort of chicken dish. Thursday, we always do homemade Chinese food. Friday is fend for yourself day. Saturday is generally hot dogs or a sausage dish. Now, if you have a budget of about $10 a week, you can start adding peanut butter and jelly, canned foods, even condiments. But when it comes to condiments, I would stick to like dollar store stuff. But I honestly never saw the difference between dollar store and grocery store items to begin with the exception of the size. But if you don't have a garden yet and you can't garden, the dollar store is a place to go to get all of your spices for your spice pantry. When I first started to really buckle down and really started to prepare, I started out with buying, and you're going to laugh at me, okay, but this is how I started, okay? I started with ramen, with pasta, with stuffing, instant mashed potatoes, and rice. And then, after I got the hang of things, That's when I started headed head first into the aspect of preparing. And I started pressure canning. I started dehydrating. I bought a food saver. I was on a roll. And then it hit me. I got overwhelmed. And I was like, oh man, what do I do with all this stuff? What am I supposed to buy now? And then I started watching videos. And at first, I was watching Prepper Nurse, right? Prepper Nurse 1. And I got a little turned off because he started with saying, if you don't have this, that, and the other, then you're not a prepper. And I'm like, wait a minute, wait a minute. So if you can't afford a specific item, then you should just quit now because I'll never achieve the prepper status, right? Is that what you're saying? No, that can't be true. Who would say that? Who, right? And then I found the angry prepper, and he put a lot of things into perspective for me that I understood. And I was like, okay, cool. Regardless if I can afford the expensive stuff or the not so expensive stuff, I can still be a prepper. All right, cool. I really like this guy, right? So I kept going and going. And here I am 3 years later, still going. So 2 channels later, right? Because my other channel went bye bye, I'm still practicing what I preach. And I'm still trying to help everyone that I can. And the moral of that story is that don't listen to some of these jacks that say, if you can't afford a $500 item, then you're not a prepper. That's BS. You have to go at your own speed. And you have to go at the speed that your budget will allow you to go, right? Now, if you have $20 to prepare with every week, now we're talking, right? Now you can start getting like August and Farm products that go on sale on Amazon. Now you can start getting powdered milk. Now you can start buying the bigger bulk food items. You can actually buy 50 pounds of rice at Sam's Club for 20 bucks. That's a whole lot of rice, my friends, you know? And when you first start out, don't worry about getting canned meats and the expensive stuff. Worry about the high calorie items, foods that are going to fill your belly and keep you full, like rice, mashed potatoes, pasta, and the like. Then, once you get on a roll and you are comfortable and have about a month or so socked away of the rice and the pasta and the potatoes, then think about the other stuff. Okay? And always, always, always buy a packet of seeds every time you can. You can find packets of seeds at dollar stores and also on clearance at other stores that are, when it's out of season. There's always room in everyone's budget for a packet of seeds, okay? Because I don't want you guys to get so overwhelmed, especially if you're on a budget, and say, I can't afford to do this. I don't know how people do this. I understand. Believe me, I've been there, okay? I get it. You know, um, even if you just start out, because when I first started out, I was spending maybe 50 bucks a month, okay? And that was 3 years ago, okay? You can still prep for 50 bucks a month, okay? And I know you're probably saying, well, I don't have $50 a month. It's okay. Relax, okay? I want you to not have any fear or any shame because I want you to start going to food pantries, okay? And I don't want you to have shame because you're reaching out to somebody for help, okay? You can do this. I know you can. You're smart, you're strong, and you got this. And you know how I know you got this? Because you have me behind you, okay? Don't worry about it. I want you to sit down and I want you to write out a list. And I want you to make a checklist of rice, beans, pasta, instant mashed potatoes. Okay? And every week, I want you to buy just one of those items every single week. And then the next month, I want you to buy two of those items every single week. And then the following month, I want you to buy three of those items. Okay, do you see where I'm going with this? Because before you know it, you're going to have a full-fledged pantry. And it might only be rice, beans, mashed potatoes, and pasta. But who's going to be laughing in the end when you're sitting there and you got a full belly and everybody else is starving? Okay? Don't worry about, I only have $5 a week. I understand that. But just focus on buying 1 pound of rice a week. You can go to Dollar Tree. 1 pound of beans, dry beans, okay, a week. 1 box of pasta. 1 box of instant mashed potatoes. 1 thing of ramen. Whatever it is that you want to buy, even if it's only a Dollar Tree item, spend $1 a week. That's it. $5 a month or $4. Well, it's $1.25 now, so you'll be spending $5 a month. Okay, and then the following month you're going to spend $10 a month, because then you're going to buy 2 bags of rice, and then 2 bags of beans, and then 2 things of mashed potatoes, and then okay, do you understand? And then the following month you're going to spend $15, and then the following month you're going to spend $20. Do you see how this works? And then we'll get into the big stuff. Don't worry about, I got to buy meats and I got to buy, no, you don't. No, you don't. Because your proteins will come from the beans, it'll come from the peanut butter. Okay? I don't want you to worry about status on who's got what and they've got more than I do. Yeah, but look at how long they've been doing it. Okay? Don't worry about anybody else but you. Okay? Get some salt and pepper while you're at the dollar store. Okay? Because salt and pepper goes a long way. Okay? Don't worry about anything. You got this. Because if I can do it, anybody can do it. All right? All right, guys, I'm out of here. I'll see you in the next one. You stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping. And as always, fearless. Ciao.